are very few places like Iceland in the world. Having the opportunity to see ice caves, volcanoes, the northern lights, there's just so much that makes this country feel otherworldly. While you could come to Iceland countless times and still find something new to explore, if you're looking for a little inspiration on what to do, here's our interpretation on how to spend 10 days in Iceland. Our trip, much like yours, begins in Reykjavík. We're never able to sleep on planes, so the day we landed, we kept things really light, explored the city a bit, got something to eat, and headed to bed so we can get an early start on day one. We were pretty jet-lagged waking up, so we didn't pack our day too heavily. The round trip for the agenda shouldn't take more than 5 hours, with time to stop at whatever catches your eye along the way. Our first stop was Valahnúkamöl, a large coastal ridge about an hour south of Reykjavík. In the same area, you can also see Reykjanesviti, Iceland's first lighthouse. Just over a mile away is the Gunnuhver geothermal area, where boiling mud pools and steam vents mark the point where the mid-Atlantic ridge comes ashore. Anyone who's been to a geothermal area will recognize the strong sulfur smell in the air. From there, we stopped at the bridge between continents, a small footbridge over a fissure that marks the meeting point of the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. Standing here, you can technically say you've walked from one continent to another in just a few steps. We started day 2 on the famous Golden Circle. Our first stop was Þingvellir National Park, where we walked to Laugarvatn. Next was Brúarfoss, known as Iceland's bluest waterfall. Glacial water here runs an intense shade of blue as it flows over dark volcanic rock. From there, we drove northeast to the geothermal area of Hákarlar, home to Stroker, which erupts every few minutes, sending boiling water high into the air. We ended the day at Laugarvatn Fontana Spa, unwinding in the geothermal heated pools and taking an ice-cold dip in the lake. The morning started at Kerið Crater. While there's normally a lake at the bottom of the 55-meter deep crater, in winter it's often frozen over. From there, we headed to Raufarhólshellir, a lava tunnel formed about 52,000 years ago during the Eldhraun eruption, when a river of molten rock cooled on the surface while still flowing underneath, leaving a hollow passage behind. On the way north, we stopped to pet the Icelandic horses, small, sturdy, and incredibly friendly. Our next stop was Gullfoss, one of Iceland's most powerful waterfalls. We ended the day at Friðheimar, a greenhouse restaurant where everything on the menu is made with tomatoes grown right there on site. Everything was incredible. We highly recommend it. Day 4, we head south, starting at Seljalandsfoss. If you're visiting in winter, I highly recommend picking up some inexpensive yak tracks. The paths around the falls get quite slick. Right next door is Gljúfrabúi, a hidden waterfall partially tucked inside of a cliff. For this waterfall and the trip in general, you'll want to be in waterproof gear from head to toe. Rain and mist from waterfalls are very common in Iceland. of the top highlights of our trip was Nauthúsagil Canyon. Depending on how far you go, your feet will surely end up in the water. At the waterfall, we weren't sure how to get up until Michelle spotted chains bolted into the side of the rock. South, we reach Skógafoss. On the right side, there's a steep set of about 400 stairs leading to the top. Michelle and I came back early the next morning to get these shots before the crowds arrived. Next was Sólheimajökull, the first glacier we saw on our trip. There's a short path to the glacier's edge, but don't go beyond the sign marking where a guide is required. Walking on a glacier without one is wildly dangerous. The last stop was Dyrhólaey Cliffs, where waves pounded the shore and rolled volcanic rocks in a rhythm like a massive rainstick. That night, We saw the northern lights for the second time on our trip. In person, they were faint, almost like clouds, but our cameras picked up a lot more of the color. Day 5, our personal favorite. For most trips, it makes sense to see Kvernufoss when you visit Skógafoss, but I had something planned for Michelle, so we went as early as the sun would allow the next morning. Then it was on to Reynisfjara beach, famous for its black volcanic sand and dangerous sneaker waves. On the way to Fjaðrárgljúfur, we stopped at Eldhraun lava fields, a moss-covered expanse created by one of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history. Fjaðrárgljúfur is a massive canyon with a river winding through it. Much like the stairs at Gullfoss, the climb to the top was long, but definitely worth a view. last stop of the day was Svörtuloft. The hike is about 30 minutes one way. I have a disability and the distance alone was enough for us to come back the next morning to finish it, so fair warning if long hikes are a challenge for you. That night, we stayed at Hotel Jökulsárlón, and we are so glad that we did. It was one of the only 2 nights that we booked a hotel during the trip. Just past midnight, we saw the northern lights in full for the first time, lighting up the entire sky. The night before, they had looked like faint clouds, but now they were so vivid our phones couldn't even do them a justice. It was an unbelievable way to end the day, and it was a night we'll never forget. We started day 6 at Sparkle Ice Cave on Vatnajökull. The ice glowed such an intense shade of blue it felt like stepping foot onto another planet. Next was Diamond Beach, where black volcanic sand is scattered with chunks of ice from the nearby glacier lagoon. Just across the road at Jökulsárlón, you can see where these chunks break away and drift out before washing back to shore. short drive away is Fjaðrárgljúfur, a quieter glacier lagoon with a clear view of the glacier face. For the trip back to Reykjavík, we made a quick stop at Þingvellir, a wide, powerful waterfall on Iceland's longest river. The rest of the day was spent exploring Reykjavík, meeting a new friend, grabbing local food, and checking out the shops. Day 8, we headed to Snæfellsnes Peninsula, starting at Gerðuberg Cliffs, a long wall of perfectly stacked basalt columns. Next was Kirkjufell Mountain and its nearby waterfall, followed by two smaller waterfalls, Svörtuloft and Kerlingafoss. From there, we followed the coastline, passing black sand beaches backed by moss fields and snowy peaks, until we reached Svörtuloft Lighthouse, perched above the coastline. Continued to Djúpanlandsander Beach, then the dramatic cliffs at Lóndrangar and Arnastapi, including the stone arch Gullfoss. By the time we reached our last stop, Roithfeldsko Gorge, the fog had thickened and the mountaintop disappeared into the clouds. Inside the gorge, birds flew through the narrow opening far above, an unbelievable view to end the day with. We made our way back to Reykjavík after exploring more of Snæfellsnes Peninsula and stopping for coffee and a bite along the way. For our full final day in Iceland, we headed to Sky Lagoon to relax in the geothermal baths, then had dinner at Sól, a unique restaurant where much of the food is grown right below the glass floor. With time before our flight, we stopped at Blue Lagoon on the way to the airport for one last soak before heading home.